me?
I can.
Can you hear the wind?
Not really. It's very faint, but it's like it's not taken away from the video.
Okay, good. Because I was saying earlier that for some reason my phone heats up or it overheats quickly. So I wanted to make sure that it doesn't shut off mid conversation. So I have to have the wind in the background, unfortunately, just to make sure. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Drop where you guys are from in the comments. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm actually Anya, an intuitive alchemist and energy reader. And I'm just here to help y'all heal. And we're healing with humor because laughter is always the best medicine. Talk to these people, B.
All right. And I am B. I am a goon. I am the tool. I'm an instrument for spirit to use as spirit pleases. So you may see me operate in one gift one way and operate in another. But the thing is, like Ashley said, we are here to help you heal first and
Thank you.
foremost. So whether that's laughter, whether that's the serious talk, whether that's we got to take your hand and pop it a little bit like we do the little kids, it's like, hey, we want to make sure that you get on the right path that spirit has for you. So thank you for
Mhm.
coming in.
Thank you for coming in. I'm waving at everybody in the chat. Thank you for all of your nice messages. Guys, if it's your first time here, you are going to be a returning viewer because
Hmm.
this topic applies to everyone. Everyone has been in love, everyone has been in lust, and it's a possibility some of
Hmm.
y'all have been under a love spell. So come on in here. Come on in here and sit down, get your yak, sit back, your snack, and let us do all the talking. Because, like I always say, 40 minutes of private conversations is like 4 years of college. Okay, so you're not going to want to miss tonight's topic. B, did you want to pull some cards or should I just jump right into it?
I think we should mix them today.
Okay.
So, meaning we pull a card, we talk, we pull a card, we talk.
Okay.
Because as I was getting prepared, I saw two specific decks, and so I have them. Um, and this deck that I have is really closely aligned with astrology and signs. And so I think there is a message for us in that. Hold on just a sec. I had to balance something.
Okay.
So I want to, Spirit, what is the first few things that you would like for all of the watchers live and in the future to know about tonight's topic? What is the thing that you want us to know? Oh, the first card that came out is the Ace of Cups.
Ooh.
The first card is the Ace of Cups. And as I was thinking about tonight, one of the first things I was thinking about is, and you probably will get into it later, so please forgive me if I go a little too fast, is the fact that I don't believe in love spells, meaning I don't believe that you should, because if you do, then you're taking away that person's will to choose you,
Thank
and
you.
you're getting a zombie. Excuse me, guys.
Thank you.
And with that, not to say that this happened with one set of my grandparents, because I wasn't there. I didn't have the conversations with them. But I don't think it's strange that my grandparents, my paternal grandparents, died within 1 week of each other, and they had been separated for years, like divorced, separated. So I believe there was a little love magic going on. There was some kind of love spell. And I just think that either my grandmother forgot that she did used it, or she didn't remove it, and wow, they were linked, right? And so they died together. And so if that's not the case, because people can break love spells, some people don't think that that's people can break love spells. um it's very possible, and you don't want to be a part of a legacy where you did something to someone, you're together, they leave you, but you're still bonded.
Right.
right? You still have those strong soul ties. You don't want
Right.
that. So again, so the first one that came out is the Ace of Cups. So Spirit wants us to know that you have an Ace of Cups where you don't have to protect yourself. Nine of Wands is here, where you can just, you don't have to be this dragon. You don't have to go rah 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 and 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 I'm what I'm getting is this is for a lot of people who feel like they can't get love, that love is not out there for them. Spirit is saying there is a love for you. I don't need you to get into that mode of saying, "Oh, well, there's no one for me. Let me do something." Spirit's like, "I don't need any help." Like you all have been destined to somebody or you're not. Let's be real.
Right.
Like some people aren't, right? But there's somebody that can come along to help you along the way, to help you grow, right? And but I don't need you to be in this blocked energy. This I gotta do for myself. And then the next thing is fixed there, Queen of Swords. You have to think strategically when it comes to any type of relationship. You always have to think strategically, not to say that or you have to be mindful, excuse me, that's the word I'm hearing right now, is mindful. You have to be mindful that not everybody is meant for you. So just like I was talking about my grandparents, so the thing about them is that before they said that I met my grandfather when I was like 2 3 years old. I clearly don't remember that. um but I always asked, I said, well, what was my grandfather like? And my grandmother kept telling me, you don't want to meet that man. He's mean. Now, for those who don't know, my grandmother is on the other side of life, but she kept telling me, you don't want to meet this man. He's mean. You don't want to meet him. He's mean. You don't want to meet him. And I was like, but grandma, I at least want to know who he is. I like, can you give me a vision of him or something? So finally, I go to my aunt months later, ask her about my grandfather. She shows me a picture of him. She's like, the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, he was a mean man. I love my daddy, but he was a mean man. And I was just like, I can't tell my aunt that, yeah, grandma already told me.
Yeah.
So, that, and I'm pretty sure that once my grandparents linked up, she did not believe that this man was evil. This man was mean. She was love struck, honey. And what love struck gets you is you only see the surface level of a person. You don't see the innards of a person. So when you do these love spells on what you see on the outside, don't forget you're also asking spirit to give you whatever that is going on the inside of this person that you have
The whole
not
package.
seen. Exactly.
The whole package.
And the
Yeah.
whole package, baby. Even what they say, buy as is, you are purchasing
Okay.
as is at this
No
moment.
refund.
And right, no refunds, because you're saying, spirit, this is what I want. I'm putting my down payment on it, and
Mhm.
thank you. And then the last card is the Chariot card. But what I'm getting is that it's sort of like what I'm just telling you now. Don't be so quick to grasp onto somebody that you miss the red flags, because there are often sometimes red flags present, but we miss them. Don't be so quick to jump into a relationship because you're all lovey-dovey, you're ready to for a relationship, that you miss out on what you have already seen and know to be um not true, but not ungrateful, but some a no for you, a heavy no for you. Don't give it a pass. And that's what spirit is saying right now. Go
I
ahead.
concur. I concur, Bestie. And just to build off of what you said, I think it is very important that you understand, overstand, and understand that when you are partaking in these rituals, trying to make someone's energy be conducive to yours, you have to remember that you are taking on their trauma, you're taking on their
Mm-hmm.
soul path. Hey, boo! You're taking on all the entities attached to them. So that's why I don't do love spells. Listen, I've had numerous people come to me and ask me, would I perform a love spell? And my response is, I don't manipulate energy. Okay, I don't play in the sandbox with people's emotions. I'm not a puppeteer. So
Okay.
if you want, you can go to blackmagic.com and I'm sure you can find you a witch that could do that. I don't do that, okay? I don't play with people's emotions because I don't know how severe the karma could be from that. And I don't even think about it because I'm not even dealing with the actual person. I'm dealing with the entity, the ancestors, and so on and so forth. And I don't want those problems. I don't want that.
And to that point, I just wanted to say really quickly to that point,
yes.
Because when someone finds out that they have had a love spell, oftentimes the person that if it's say if they go to someone else and they say, "Oh, you got a spell on you," and they break the spell, most of the time they send that energy back to the witch, not the person who asked the person. So that's a lot of things to think about.
It's a lot of things that you have to factor in when you're trying to manipulate someone else's energy. Everyone has free will, so you can do as you please. But please believe, as above, so below. And just because you're not seeing the entities that are surrounding this person, spiritual court is going to be held as above and so below. Okay, so you will be dealt with accordingly. Okay, so tread carefully. Okay, tread carefully on this plane. I don't want to see nobody up there trying to get dealt with by ancestors and someone else's ancestors. I want to see you living your life prosperous. I want to see you moving on to the next thing, to the next assignment. I don't want to see you in spiritual prison. Okay.
Okay.
But let me just give you some backstory on why this topic was so near and dear to my heart, because it just occurred to me that someone who I've had a connection with brought to my attention the other day that they thought that I put a love spell on them, and I was just like, whoa, because they know that I play with magic, and it kind of like it shocked me because I'm like, you really believe that I would put a love spell on you? Like, you don't think that like the feelings that you have for me are just that strong? Like, you really believe that I would put a love spell on you? So that just shocked me. But I wasn't totally in awe, because I do believe this person probably has had other people put spells on them, and that's probably why they feel like they're under a spell. But please believe me, like, when you fall in love with a goddess such as I, you're falling in love with the energy. You're falling in love with authenticity, okay? Like I said earlier, you're falling in love with poetry and motions, someone that's constantly evolving, okay? So they know love spells over here. Ain't no juju over here. It's nothing but me. Ashley, Ashley, all me. So I had to tell them that no, I did not put a love spell on them.
Okay.
100% authentic.
Listen.
Boo, you're just in love. Ain't no spell, you're just in love, okay? So anyway, that's the backstory behind why I wanted to do this, because I do believe that there are people out there that think that they're in love with someone, or think that they're in a relationship where there is love being shared, and they got some magic put on them. That's the reason why they're so lovey-dovey, or they're so in their feelings. They cloud nine. So let's talk about this. I'm excited about tonight's topic.
Okay.
We're diving into something deep that many might not even want to get into. Many will just want to just swipe left, but there is a such thing as love spells gone wrong. All right, there is a such thing. If you've ever found yourself stuck in like a toxic relationship that you can't seem to get out of, or you can't seem to shake someone, and no matter how hard you try, this is for you. This episode is for you. Okay, let's talk about how some of us unknowingly get caught up in spiritual warfare. All right, because it's serious. All right, it's serious. And this contains not just having someone throw some juju on you, like words are spells. So if someone tells you during your intimate encounter that you're theirs, you ain't going nowhere, you're mine, like, that's a spell. Okay, so sometimes people unconsciously put spells on people, and they don't even know the words that they're speaking are basically going to change the whole trajectory of their life. So you gotta be careful what you speak and what energies you allow to exchange with you, because words are spells. Sometimes someone's energy, if they're intentional about it, they can be spells too. So Let's talk. Let's talk about first the signs that you may be under a love spell. Listen up, my beautiful people. Signs that you may be under a love spell. First of all, let's talk about signs. How do you know if someone put a love spell on you? Obsessive thoughts. If you are constantly obsessing over this person, you cannot seem to get this person out of your head. Like, have you ever had a random person just pop into your head and they just can't fucking pop out? Like, they're popping in, but their asses just can't pop out. It's like popcorn just constantly popping inside your head. Even when you don't want them there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Exactly.
it's like you feel like your mind is being like haunted by this person. All right, that's the first indication. Second one is obsessive thoughts. I'm sorry, that first. Second is unexplained attraction. All right, so maybe you didn't even like this person before. You found nothing attractive about them, but all of a sudden, like this girl, like this person can get it every which way but loose. Like all of a sudden, you think this person is hot and you bothered by it. Okay, that's another indication that is a possibility this person will do some bad juju on you. If you never had these thoughts or feelings, dreams, or visions of them, and just out of the blue, you're goo goo gaga over them, something ain't right. Something just ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling drained or controlled, okay? If you're usually a confident person, but now you feel off balance, like someone just like knocked you off of your pedestal, and you feel like you're losing yourself, that's another indication that someone is trying to basically control you. Like they're trying to control like who you talk
Control.
to, control, control. They're trying to control like where you go, and that's another sign. Like if the person that you're with is seeming like they're more controlling more so than usual, like that's another sign. Okay, like if out of the blue they're just like, you know, where you at, where you going, where you been, and they're blowing your phone up, like that's another sign that they may have threw some bad juju on you. Okay, that's another sign. Dreams and nightmares. If you start dreaming about this person in strange ways, now it's nothing peculiar about dreaming about someone. You understand? So don't get it twisted. But if you're dreaming about them in like ambiguous ways, like the dreams are just not adding up and it's really weird, that's another sign. So pay attention to your dreams. You always know that your dreams are going to speak to you in parables. Dreams aren't really like straightforward, okay? They speak in parables, or they show you visions in parables.
And
So if you're go ahead, go ahead.
okay, I was just gonna say, also, if you're having a dream and you see the person in the background, if you always notice that person is
Yes,
in the background, that means they're
yes.
trying to spy on you to draw you into. So yeah.
They're trying to draw you in. And also, just to build off of that, if you're having a dream that someone is going to do something to you, take heed to that because that means that person is going to do exactly what you dreamt of them doing or worse. Like betrayal, cheating, harming you, doing something negative. Take heed to that. Did you want to pull a card, Bessie? I see you shuffling.
I was
I see you shuffling.
because I heard this up the pool, and what I'm hearing is like, ooh, because spirit is saying right now, as you're talking about the dreams, spirit is saying the two of swords came out. First of all, let's start with there. The two of swords. There's
Okay.
something that you don't see for some people, that they don't see that there is somebody coming towards them, right? So, but however, come on, depending on who this person is, right? They're going to shock the living, you know what, out of this. Because it's a tower moment. We have a tower moment here. And the thing about it is, so what spirit is telling me right now is that for some of you, if you have been dreaming about the person who's coming towards you, they did not put a spell on you. This is one of those matches where it's a meeting type of situation, meaning you two were meant to experience this together, whether this is your forever person or not, whether this is your twin flame or not, you were meant to meet. So if you're having dreams about someone and this person comes up to you and you're just like, oh shoot, this person put a spell on me, Spirit is saying no, this person did not put a spell on you. It's just that this is something that's destined to happen. um because when you're also destined to do something, you will have a dream about it first. like
Sure.
like for instance, before me and Bestie got up here, I kept having dreams of doing something, with somebody, but I could never see who the person is. And I was like, okay, well, who is the person? Tell them to come on, you know.
That's me.
And
You
that's
know?
and then I was hearing it from other readers, like you and somebody else, or you're meant to do a work together. And I was like, okay, well, who is this person? And Bestie called me. She was like, hey, can we talk? And I was like, yeah, girl, go ahead. And she brought it, and I was just like, bam. I was like, the puzzle pieces are coming together now. So now for some of you, the puzzle pieces are coming together. So don't worry if somebody from your dreams approaches you. It's when, to Bestie's point, when you're feeling, I forgot the first thing, that draining feeling, when you're almost like in that zombie state, in that
Yeah.
dreamy state, and you're just like, I don't know why I'm going towards this person. I don't know why I'm following this person, or I don't know why I'm allowing this person to come in my home, and I've never felt safe with this person. That's the indication that that person has been doing spells on you. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, baby. Baby. I can't show because of how the card, because of what's on the card, but I will say we have the world and the moon card falling out right now. World is completion.
What?
You don't see this coming. And guess what's in the moon card? Tower. That tower is there. So you don't
Wow.
yeah. So this, like I said, this is a destined
That's
unionship.
crazy.
This is a destined unionship.
That is insane. That is insane. Oh
Mm.
my goodness. Okay, let me keep going. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to stop. I want you to keep pulling us up. Let me keep going. And wait, let me just say this before we move on, just to kind of build off of what you said about twin flames. Because when you are in a twin flame connection, Betsy knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Those that don't know, you may experience a lot of signs and synchronicities and a lot of dreams and things that make you feel like you're literally going insane, especially when you have the dark matter of the soul. So that is not to get confused or to compare
Yeah, right.
with this, okay? Two completely different things, okay? But you will experience signs, synchronicities, dreams about this person. You'll think about them constantly, like literally 150 billion times a day. But that does not mean that person put a love spell on you. That is your divine counterpart. You are the same person. So you're basically manifesting each other unconsciously. So that is not to be confused with this, with love spells, okay? Just so y'all know. Just
Mm-hmm.
so I can differentiate the two, okay? Because they're not the
Exactly.
same thing. Although you may experience the same feelings, it's not the same thing, all right? So we talked about obsessive thoughts, unexplained attraction, feeling drained and controlled, dreams and nightmares, bad luck, okay? This is always a good telltale sign, all right? If you notice things in your life are falling apart, like you feel like you've literally been cursed, money problems, bad energy, plenty of missed opportunities, this could be a sign that someone is draining your energy, all right? Um, and this could mean that they're like consciously, not unconsciously, they're consciously binding themselves to you. So whatever issues they have going on, you're gonna have going on now because you're basically sharing each other's energy. So you're sharing each other's traumas, you're sharing each other's bad luck, all right? And they already have bad luck because they're putting a spell on you. So they already put themselves in the bad luck pot already, okay?
Right.
Um, Now, let's dive into how you can unknowingly bind yourself to someone, okay? Because this may surprise you. This actually surprised me. You know, I'm always trying to review my spiritual content just so I can stay up in the know with the new things. But a lot of these things really surprise me, Bestie, and they may surprise you too. I don't know. So many people don't realize that their words and actions during intimate encounters can create an energetic contract. I'm talking like you are literally writing a contract with you and that person as you're getting it on. All right? As you're getting it on, like speaking certain things during sex can create an energetic contract. Okay? If you've ever said things like you're mine forever or I'll never leave you, you may have created a spiritual bond without even knowing it. All right. And listen, words are powerful. They're spells themselves. We briefly touched on that. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that in its context. Okay. Now, sex and emotional states. Whether you're heartbroken, desperate, or super emotional during sex, it's like leaving an energetic mark or energetic print on the earth. Okay, that's why it's not necessarily good to have sex when you're in distress, when you're depressed, or when you're at your very lowest. Okay, because you're basically you're emitting out an energetic force into the universe, and that's like a boomerang. That's gonna come right back to you. So that's why whenever you feel like you're just like down at your lowest, you should not be having sex. Like try not to, okay? Because it's not good. It's not favorable for your energy or for longevity, okay? Because this can create a tie that's hard to break with the other person. This can create an energetic tie that you'll have to basically go through a ritual to break and to break free from.
You know, I just heard. I was gonna say I just heard emotional dependency. As soon as you said that, I heard emotional dependency, especially when you're at your lowest and you're giving yourself to someone and they're giving themselves to you. You become emotional dependent because this person is raising the your hormone levels and your happiness, but it's only temporary. It's nothing real. It's nothing solid.
Yeah, it's only in the heat of the moment, like that's getting raised, and as soon as that person leaves, it's going right back down to whatever level it was on. Okay, so make sure that you are raising your vibrations prior to being intimate, because you want to make sure that when you're intimate, you're emitting out high vibrational energy to the other person and just for yourself. You want to make sure that you're in a good state of mind when you're having sex. Okay, so yeah, this is why when you exchange bodily fluids while you're having sex, many cultures warn against doing this, like when you're not in your highest vibrations, because you're literally linking souls together when you're doing this. And sometimes it's not meant to be. Like some people are just not meant to be linked together, but they remain linking together, kind of like sneaky link. Like you're not meant to be with that person, but you keep linking with that person.
Trying to link.
You're creating an energetic contract with them. And this is why like shit can go left after you have that link up. Like you could be losing a lot of money, like bad luck just kind of just hovers over you. I don't know, just whatever. Like if you're not with the right person, it's going to reflect in every aspect of your life. So stay woke, okay? Did you want to get to a card? Or are you good?
I'm good right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how to break free from a love spell or soul tie. Get your pens and papers out, my beautiful people. First, you need to understand that you have the power to cut ties. You hold the power. I was talking about this earlier during my morning read. You got the power to break free, okay? One thing you need to do is visualize like some scissors. Visualize you cutting something, whether it be a cord, a rope, some pleather. You have to visualize cutting whatever you feel like is connecting you to the other person. And until you feel like that cord has just been broken, has been severed, has been cut, that's when you are going to release. And as you inhale and exhale, you're releasing that person. You're releasing that energy. You're releasing those experiences, okay? So again, you're picturing scissors in your mind as you're meditating, cutting the person, cutting out their energy, cutting out the exchanges that you guys had, okay? So that you can reclaim your power. Another great thing that I love to do are spiritual baths, okay? I have actually don't sell spiritual baths. I should though. Thank you, Spirit. I should sell spiritual baths. I have ancient ancestor cleansing baths, but I should sell spiritual baths. That's what Spirit put on my head just now. But I love taking spiritual baths. It's a ton of ingredients that you have to get. A lot of the things are perishable, so it's kind of hard to sell spiritual baths unless you're selling them to someone who's in the area that can just come and pick them up. But spiritual baths are good for cleansing. You know, salt, Florida water. I like coconut milk, black salt. I even use graveyard dirt. Listen, I gets down. I
Okay.
use everything I know that I know is going to cleanse out the energy that's on me, in me, and around me. Okay, so spiritual baths are good, especially if you're feeling stuck. You can also smudge. I love red dragon's blood sage over the regular sage just because it's more potent, it's more stronger, and it gets the job done. I literally feel like the house is on fire when I light it. Like it's that much smoke. So that's
It
another
is
thing.
very
Like
powerful.
saving, it's so powerful.
It is
You know,
very
I
powerful.
love Palo Santos. I just love how it smells. It's very minty. But that red dragon's blood sage, bestie, I just feel like it's getting like it's cleaning house. Like it's literally cleaning house. So, you know, I don't like the smell too much, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it because it gets everything out that ain't supposed to be here.
Hmm.
And then reclaiming your power, saying it out loud. I release anything that is not of my highest vibration. I release you. Okay? So my to be. I release you, I release you, I release you. Because y'all know words and spells. So make sure that you guys are rewriting your reality by speaking positive affirmations over your life. And we talked about this last week. Like every single morning, I'm reciting affirmations, I'm reciting incantations because I
Hmm.
want these things to come into my life. I want these things to become my reality. So I'm reciting all these things that I have written down as like about 100 things, and I will recite every single one of them every single morning because I want these things to come into my life and become my reality. All right. So this is something that we briefly spoke on when you called me about New Orleans and the food.
Oh, okay.
So one thing
Nolans.
you guys, I'm getting on getting this shit. One thing you gotta remember is sometimes people will put stuff in your food if they know that you like to eat, you're greedy as hell, or you just gonna just pick up a chicken bone at the drop of a dime. They will put stuff in your food, okay? So you have to be mindful and conscientious about who you're eating from and where you're eating at. Because everybody ain't clean. I ain't talking about washing their hands. I'm talking about spiritually clean. Okay. So we briefly talked about this the other night. Because if you suspect that someone has done something with your food, now you have to detox. Now you have to get some type of thing that's going to cleanse whatever you feel like they have put in the food out of you. Because if that stays in you, it's going to manifest into whatever they spoke life into that very thing that they put in your food.
Hmm.
Okay, so make sure that if you feel for any reason that somebody put something in your food, whether it be a spaghetti, whether it be a gravy, whether
Okay.
it be a pot roast, meatloaf, fried chicken, make sure that you guys are detoxing, and that's easy to find. I mean, any detox will do because what you're gonna do is you're gonna speak positive affirmations over it as you're drinking it, and you're just gonna make sure that you don't eat from them unless you watch everything that they're doing as they're cooking, or I just wouldn't eat there. I wouldn't even like watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't trust them, why even risk it?
Right. I have something to say
Um,
really quickly. And
yeah, go ahead.
that is the reason why this was not a Christian thing. That is the sole reason why people pray over their food before they eat it, because
Yes,
they're removing what may or may not have been placed upon that food, or they're putting into some blessings for this food. You know, there is this. I want to say that is. I want to say that his name is Charles Shambach. I know his last name is Shambach, and I want to say it was him, but he was a very well known pastor in the like 30s, 40s, and he talked about how he communed with spirits and stuff like that. So of course, you know, Christianity, they taking it from their aspect, but there was this one time where he ate food and the person who made the food had put poison in the food and was expecting him to die. And they said that after he cleaned the plate, like he cleaned purposely, intentionally cleaned the plate and said, looked at the person and said, I know you tried to poison to kill me. He said, but it's not going to work. And he didn't die. And so it's like you can get to that point in your life, in your spiritual growth, where things will not harm you, especially if you are a
Right.
protected individual. And for him to say, look the person dead in their face and say, I know you put poison in this food and I know that you tried to kill me, but guess what? I'm still here. Thank you. Have a good night. And may whatever you try to do to me go to you. Right. And so
That's right. Spiritual warfare is
spiritual.
real, my beautiful people. You have to believe. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. There are entities all over working as hard as the people that are working for the good guys. There are spiritual entities working,
Hmm.
putting in that OP to bring people down, working for the bad guys, okay? Spiritual warfare is always what you can't see that's most harmful, okay? It's always what you can't see. As above, so below. You know, it's a lot of people working for the dark side. So that's why you got to stay prayed up. I'm talking
Exactly.
praying over everything in your life because it's people that know a lot about spirituality, spells, rituals, and this, that, and the third. And if you're not on your A game, the takeover is here. They can take you over. So you got to stay prayed up.
Okay.
For real, I ain't trying to scare nobody.
Okay. We're
You got
not
to be
trying to
prayed
scare
up,
you. We just
okay?
trying to make sure you got it good.
We trying to prepare you. We ain't trying to scare you. Just know that there are a lot of dark entities out here. So you gotta stay prayed up. Before I come on here, you see me always staging because I know that the minute we post this video, it's gonna be hundreds of people watching. Some that want to hear what I got to say, some that simply detest what I have to say. So that's why I gotta stay prayed up because I'm on a public platform. So it's hundreds of people,
Exactly.
thousands of people, millions of people that have been to my page. So I have to stay prayed up. I gotta stay prayed up because you never know what someone is thinking and what evil
Exactly.
intention someone has towards you. So just make sure you guys are staying prayed up and spiritually protected. Okay. Um. So yeah, that's the dark side of women putting shit in your food because food is energy too. Okay, everything is energy. This Palo Santos is energy. This lighter is energy. Everything that is visible to a naked eye, even if it ain't visible, is energy. Okay, an atom is energy, as small as it is. Everything is energy. So you got
Hmm.
to make sure that everything that you're coming in contact with is sanitized, spiritually sanitized. Okay, if that makes sense. Um. So yeah. We spoke about the love spells, but there is a dark side for love spells with women putting stuff in food, which we spoke about because it's very prominent in like the deep south, New Orleans, Haiti, places like that, where it happens a lot more so than certain parts of the world or certain continents. So that's why you have to be careful when you travel to these places too, because a lot of people end up under these spells when they're there. You know, when these men are traveling for business, even women, like, you know, because there's men that know just as much about spells as women. There are a lot of spiritually inclined men that know
Hmm.
just as much as women about spells. So don't think that you're looking at a man and he's just a man. He could be a spiritually powerful man, okay?
Hmm.
That's coming for you
And
and them draws.
I just heard Mississippi, Texas, and Oregon too, and Alabama, like the lower parts of Alabama. I just
Mississippi,
heard those states.
Mississippi, Alabama for sure, because those are places. Well, especially Mississippi, I'm gonna say, because that's not too far from New Orleans.
Hmm.
and also Florida too,
And Florida.
Texas for sure. A lot of people from New Orleans migrate to Texas, and a lot of them left New Orleans during Katrina and moved to Texas. So you got a lot of people in Texas that play that magic.
Okay.
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 Okay. So
Got some
I'm
little
telling
voodoo
y'all.
dolls with your name on it.
Okay, they got a doll with your name on it. They have several dolls with your name on it. Oh, my alarm is going off. So that's indication that y'all got to get with it, okay? Y'all on the time frame right now to get with it. Make sure, like, don't put it off to the last minute, okay? The alarm just went off. That means y'all got to get up and get right, okay?
It's a warning.
And I ain't talking about get right like go to church. I'm talking about get right with yourself, okay? Because it starts with home. You can't save the world until you save yourself. And I hope that thing goes off by itself because I'm not getting up. But yeah, so and it sounds crazy, but this is real, and magic has been passed down for generations. So these people are not new to this, okay? This is not their first rodeo. Their grandmother did it, their grandmother's grandmother did it, and their grandmother's great great grandmother did it. So this is like centuries of magic that has been passed down. So a lot of them use food as their vessel, okay? Because food can be consumed and it's absorbed, and energy is in food. And so men may not even realize it until it's too late that they're under a spell. And it's not always a love spell. It could also be because they want to manipulate that man. Like say that man has something that they want, you know, they can be trying to manipulate him, all right? So in conclusion, my beautiful people, let's just please wake up and protect your energy. The most important thing is awareness, being aware. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So now that you're aware that there are entities out here that really ain't got nothing else to do but playing magic and play with the low vibrational magic. I'll say low vibrational because black magic I won't even say is bad. They just deemed it bad. Like they say blackballing, black hat, everything black is bad. No, F that, okay? I'll say people that play with low vibrational magic, play in low vibrational magic, because it's only bad if the intent behind it is evil. Just like I always say, karma is not bad. It's the energy behind it. Because if you are doing good, you got good karma coming to you. So how is that bad? So it's the intent behind it. So if you suspect that someone is doing this to you, or you've bound yourself to someone unknowingly, it's time to take back control. Okay, perform a spiritual cleanse, set boundaries, and stop speaking those binding words. You have the power to rewrite your story. Your energy, your life, and your love story is all within the palm of your hands. Okay, and I'm giving the mic back to you, boo, because I want to get some cards.
Okay.
I want to pull some cards because I feel like this is like, well, you're talking to me right now. Okay, you're talking to me right now.
So I asked Spirit to kind of let us know why people mostly turn to using magic to draw in a person, like what's going on with that person. And the first one that came out, I will say this, that the first thing that I instantly pulled is this a lot of intuitive cards up here, meaning it's a lot of purple cards. Purple is usually like amethyst, intuition, intuitiveness, right? And it's and when I say there's a lot, it's 3 cards specifically, but there's several other cards that have purple in it. And Spirit's letting me know that that's because it's like a spiritual thing that's going on. There's some spirituality being off balance. But the first card that came out was citrine, and it's unnecessary worries. And it says, release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So for some people, they are worried that they will never find a person. They are constantly in the state of worrying about things. Oh, I don't have enough. I need that person. I need my partner. So I can split the responsibilities, things of that nature. So they turn to spell work and just choose somebody. But again, you're just looking at the surface level. You're not looking under the hood, right? The next card that comes out is Amethyst. And it says, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you feel loved for who you truly are. But for some reason, it's the reverse. So a lot of people don't know who they really are, and because they don't know who they really are, they keep coming across the wrong type of people. And so, they eventually they're just like, okay, well, this last person came to me, but I'm gonna make sure I keep them. Let me get some hair. Let me get some. Let you clip your toenails. Okay, well, I'm about to go in this trash can and get these toenails, honey, and we're gonna put this love spell on you, and you're gonna be mine forever. Not realizing that if you boost your confidence, if you boost yourself up, you're going to attract the person that's meant for you. That is why when during manifestation seasons and times of years and days and hours and full moons and all other types of astrological things, that's why they say the intention so that you can attract these things and not seek them out, because the things that we don't see, spirit sees. And because you don't know who you are truly, you're going to pull somebody towards you when you're supposed to been talking to this person's brother, but you got him instead because you weren't looking in the right direction.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
the next card that came out is Amber. And it says, give it to God. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So what I got out of this is that this is basically you trying to control the situation. People who like to control things, you're
Yeah.
you're the reason why you're looking towards love spells, because you want to control somebody. You want to be in control of every aspect of your life. You don't want God to do anything. You don't want spirit to do anything. You want to control everything. And because you're controlling everything, you're not allowing spirit to free flow in your life and to show you all the good things, right? And so that's why I'm hearing right now that if you are a part of the control team, a part of what control looks like is that you're very easily able to get rid of somebody. Like you'll date somebody and you say, you know what, I don't want this person no more. Just stop talking to me. I'm hearing ghosting. I'm hearing, like quick to leave the scene. I wish I could show y'all. I wish I had like a film to show y'all what the scenes, because I'm literally seeing people like just like dodging, like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, well, I'll wait right here. And then the person slips out the door and runs down the hall.
Lord.
And then the person come out the bathroom and is like, where'd you go? And it's like you're controlling every aspect of your life. You're just like, okay, no, I'm not really feeling this person, let me leave. So spirit is like you're the one that's more prone to do love spells because you want to control every aspect of your life. The next one is Charite. I'm gonna spell it to make sure I'm saying it right. Charoite.
Show you right.
Okay, Shayarite. So, and then it says spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So there's two things here. Um, the first thing that I got out of that, in fact, I'm sorry. I don't think well, no, I did show those cards, but I don't recall showing these two cards. For the first time viewers, I do tend to do things very quickly, so please let me know if I have not shown a card. For this card, however, I'm getting two things. The first thing is that because some people don't feel protected, they will do a love spell to get somebody to come in to protect them. And spirit is like, that's my job, but hey, you're gonna you try to overpower me, overrule me. The next thing is that it says you are being watched over, and okay, so you're some other people on the other side of the card of the same card, you do the love spells because every person that you want, spirit is like, That's not for you. That's not who I have planned for you. So spirit sends them on their way. And so for in an act to overrule, in an act to control, you put a love spell on this person because you're like, no, I want this person. Like I really want this person. Because there's some times, and I should know at this point. There was somebody I was dealing with at one point, just talking, getting to know, and trying to incorporate them in my life. And I was like, I could see myself marrying this person. The spirit said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, I mean, I was like, I guess, like, should I not be thinking with these things? Like, should I not think forwardly and for the future? That's where I'm at in my life. I'm not getting, I know I have a baby face, but I'm not getting any younger. Hey, so, right. Like, it's like, so what are we talking about here? And sure enough, it didn't work out. And Spirit came back to me and said, this is what I mean. So it's like the minute you ask that question, the minute that doubt comes in, it's a no from off gate, because spirit's like, that's not who I have for you. So don't try to overrule it, right? Don't get yourself stuck in situations that you can't get out of.
Right.
The next card, the next card is Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So that lets me know right here that some of you do love spells for money. So whether or not you know this person is rich, you will put a spell on them. Or if you perceive that this person is rich, you will put a spell on them so you can be Miss or Mr. Showcase, right? And again, you don't know the implications that come with that. I just heard blood money. I was going to say something about this anyway, but I literally just heard blood money, because some people's wealth, some of these rich people have curses on their money. It's blood money. They have blood spells on their money. That's why there are some rich people in this world now, because they have literally put blood. And I'm seeing this. Oh my God, I'm seeing like 1930s where families were getting together, cutting their hands and putting symbols on a table of money and putting their hands. This money flow is going to stay within our lineage. So some of the witches, well, yeah, witches, some of the riches in America that we see, some of that is blood money. Some of that money is it. You don't want to be a part of that family. So when you put a love spell on somebody that's already got a spell on their money because of the money flow, you're incorporating a curse on your life, because you don't know what type of spell is on that money, what type of curse came with that spell. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Wow, I'm trying to tell you that just shocked me. Um, then the next card that came out is Garnet. It says purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So, with this card, I had two things to also come up. So, the first thing is that you who you've been around have influenced you, has intoxed your spiritual self, your physical self, and so you're harboring things that is not you. So you're inclined to put a love spell on somebody, but that's really not your true nature. And because you do it, it's almost like you're under a spell as you're doing it. I mean, and it may work, right? But then things may fall apart with that spell, and it's because that it wasn't intended for you in the first place. And that's because the original spell was broken, and it's like a chain reaction. That's what I'm seeing. The next thing that I'm also seeing, hold on, let me get it back. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Right. So spirit is saying that sometimes that urge to put a spell on somebody is because you have already gone through a spell yourself unknowingly. So when somebody has put you under a spell and somehow you break out of it, now you're just like, mm, you know what, that relationship didn't work out. Maybe I should go try to put a love spell on somebody. And it's because there's a little seed there where somebody has planted you. So that's why it's important when you separate yourself from someone, you need to truly dig deep and cleanse everything out. Emotions, physicality, mindset changes, everything. Physical and spiritual cleanse is necessary because you want to get rid of all the residue of that person, every last single bit of it. Because if you don't, it's going to be that one little seed that grows into that plant, and you're going to be like, well, where the hell did this come from? Well, that was the one seed that you didn't scrape out, and it was in the back corner of your mind. And you said, well, it's all right. I'll let it stay. No, get rid of it all. Um, at this time, I'm also saying, because I had a conversation with someone years ago about keeping objects and things that someone who's harmed you has given you. And it's almost like it's the spirit is still there on those things. Get rid of it. You don't need it. If you're no longer with the person, get rid of those items because those items carry that same spirit. You can sage it down all you want to. That spirit is still there. It's embedded because of who gave it to you. It's the same thing as you can say all you want to, I'm not a part of that family, but Dana, aka DNA, is always going to say, baby, you are a part of this family. The DNA records don't lie. There's an energetic exchange that took place and it created you. So you can go to the other side of the world all you want to. DNA is going to say that you're a part of this family. Going back to those blood curses that I was talking about earlier with the families, it doesn't matter where that person go. That person can try to escape the curse, but until the whole family's on board, that person is still cursed. And that could be a good person. That's why you should. Okay, we have to do a topic on blood spells. I'm getting too much. I'm getting too much download on blood spells. I'm getting too much download on blood spells. Baby, them things is powerful, right? Because those are linked to your physicality. Ooh. The last but not least card that came out is Tiger's Eye. And it says self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. But what I got out of that is that for some of you, um, you're supposed to be inspired by spirit. All of us should be inspired by spirit in some type of way. But there are some people that will, I would say, attempt to empower themselves so much that they actually think that they're above spirit. So now they have that God complex where they're like, I don't listen to spirit, spirit listens to me. And for me, those are dangerous words. Do you know who you're talking? You were talking about the source of your power. The, excuse me, the source of everything that you're saying that you can do is coming from that. And you're saying that you're above that because you can wield it to you. Okay. And so spirit is like, I allow these people to do these things. I allow them so that when they fall, it's almost like they fall on their own sword. And it's because it's like they got so high minded. So it's like you can believe in yourself, but don't believe that you're powerful more so than source itself. Source will always be the ultimate. What is it? A maximum prime. That's source. Right. We the other. I about to say trapezoids. Jesus, what's that? What did they call? Transform. We the other miniature transformers. Okay. We not maximum prime. Okay. We not or however they say. I think they do call it even with maximum prime they called it source. Right. Source is source. Right. We're not powerful than source ever. Source can say, I'm done with the world and take us out with a blink within a half a blink of an eye. Let's be clear on that. So that's why even with spirituality, we must give homage and well, we should give homage, right? We should pay our respects. We should be thankful and grateful, right? Because spirit is saying, source is saying that, because you're recognizing that I am what I am, I can proceed with you. But when you try to go outside of that and color out outside of the lines and try to remix, that's when you get into this energy. And then that's when that energy backfires on you. That's when the spell doesn't work. The person breaks out of the spell, or something unforeseen happens. Yep. That was it.
Sure, I like that, and I definitely wrote that down for next week. Blood spell,
Mhm.
generational karma, because baby, I know you got a lot of downloads on that. Just talking about this, I know you got downloads on that because two and two kind of go hand in hand. They
Like
coincide with each other,
I'm saying,
right?
it does. I mean, when I'm literally saying, and for example, for example, so remember the Titanic, right? We all know the story. We all seen the movie with uh what's her name? What's her name? Claire Danes
Leonardo DiCaprio
and Leonardo
and
DiCaprio, and
I forgot the girl's name, Kate Blanchard or something.
maybe right. Well, or even the original Titanic, whichever. We know that that was a true story. But
Yeah.
then we also know that just a few years ago, what, 2 years ago, I want to say, when the people went to go search in the submarine, and first of all, there was too many people in that submarine. If it was a two-person limit, why was there six people? But
Hello.
then I remember watching a video, and one of the families was also a part of one of the original families that was on the Titanic.
What?
It was like a distant relative, but it's that same family. It is that type of family that I'm saying, when you have a blood curse and you don't fulfill, I mean, a blood spell, and you don't fulfill the spell, like say if they prayed to an entity and they were supposed to sacrifice, make some sort of a sacrifice every so many years, and the family walks away from it because they don't believe in the practice no more, where they're still under contract because of the blood. So
Right.
now the entity saying, "Oh, you don't want to give me water? Okay. Well, for all them years that you didn't, I'm gonna take somebody from your family in an unlikely way."
Generational trauma and generational what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Karma, generational trauma and generational karma. Very
Right.
true and very real.
Right. So now that
That
karma
you
has
can't
to
see
come
it,
and
but it's very
collect.
real. Yeah, karma always come collect, and karma is the most patient gangster. And just because you can't see it, like see the karma from generation trickle down, doesn't mean it's not there. You can basically look at your family dynamic and see what karma has transpired from your parentals, from your grandfather. Like if you just look at it and see what traits and characteristics have been passed down, you can pretty much sum up what karma is transpiring in your family,
Mm-hmm.
within your family dynamic. That's why it's so imperative to heal, because you are breaking chains. Break every chain when you heal, okay?
Okay.
You're
And
breaking chains.
and to be clear, I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened with this family, but I'm using it as an example,
Right.
because that is a modern day real life example that we have, right? Because but there are some families that actually do these curses, and if it's not, if it's, I mean, I keep saying curses, but maybe it is a curse, because
That's
they
what it
put
sounds
these
like.
curses out here, and not knowing the repercussions of putting these curses and these spells out here. And now they're finding out on the other side of life, but they on the other side of life, and their family may not have these gifts. They may not can tap into the other side.
And because you guys know what you possess you're capable of, you can break those chains. Okay, you can break that energetic contract that you have within the family dynamic, and you can literally heal your entire bloodline with these skills. And this is why we are giving you the tools that you need to heal yourself. We're not healing you, we're giving you the tools that you need to heal yourself, guys. Okay, it's super simple. It ain't algebra. Okay, it's literally going within. I mean, having Dark Night of the Soul is even harder, I think, than algebra. I wouldn't wish that on nobody, okay? But it's not hard to do. It's something you have to wake up every day and commit to doing. And if you commit to it, it gets easier. It doesn't get better, it gets easier. Okay? Because after the sun shines, you're gonna have a shadow. It's gonna be that darkness somewhere, okay? As long as you're shining, you're gonna have a shadow. So keep that in mind as you're healing, okay? It's literally a rabbit hole that you go down, and if you want to come back up and go back to your normal life, that's fine. But it's really not anything normal after your eyes are open. Like, you can't unsee spirituality. You can't unsee like healing and all of these people that are literally walking trauma. Like, it's grown people. It's kids in grown bodies, basically, because some people never grow up. They get there, but they don't grow up. This stays, a child. So it's important to make sure that you're healing.
I did want to say, because as you was talking, I saw the 4 of Spades cards, and that translates to 4 of Swords cards, and I was going to say that, and because as you were talking as well, the Page of Cups is here, but in reverse, along with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And what I heard was, don't drink that bitter cup because it can change the course of your fortune, right? It could change the course of your fortune. And then the 2 cards that came out over here is the 2 of Swords, because you will have to make an unlikely decision that you don't want to make. And it's going to put you in this 4 of Swords energy. It's going to put you in that I have to protect myself now. Because another backfire of a love spell is that maybe you become tired of this person, but now they won't leave you alone. Now they come chasing after you. Now they become obsessive over you. Now they want to be around you 24/7. And you're just like, I want my space. No, you don't. Because when you call this person in, that's what you called in.
That ain't a good look.
That is not a good look.
Guys, don't be doing that to yourself.
Don't do it.
Once you call that energy in, it's going to be hard to cut it off because you've already called it in. So it's going to leave when it's ready to leave. Not so much when you want it to leave.
Princess of Cups. But it's like, I heard Baron. As soon as this card came up, I heard Baron. And I said, well, what's with the Baron? And it's leaves there. It's immature love. It's premature. It's like you're getting love prematurely and it's not producing. That's what I'm getting out of that. You calling in love for you, and you trump the true love that comes for you. So now you have this immature love that doesn't blossom and doesn't grow into anything. And it's just that bitter cup.
Yep. Bitter Betty. Bitter Betty. So be mindful of what energy y'all are calling into your life. Because let me tell you, child, words are powerful and they are spells. So if you are calling in, what you're calling in, when you're calling in, and who you're calling it for, be mindful of it, okay? Be mindful of what you are saying, because what you emit out into the universe is gonna triple, okay? Double and triple. All right. So listen, guys, it's my favorite time of night. Actually, wake up. It is that time of night where we put tarot to the test, okay? When you guys are able to ask me anything under the sun, this is your chance to throw out any question, whether it be love, past life, relationships, a career, that weird dream you had last night. Anything Now is your time. Nothing is off limits. So let's get into it. Drop your question in the comments and B will answer it. And this is complimentary, guys. Okay, this is what B does. Okay, he is a reader, he is a seer, he is a chosen one. So the fact that we allow him to use his gifts, okay, complimentary, okay, guys, is beautiful. Okay, so please do take advantage. Ask B, drop it in the comments. We want to use this time while you guys are figuring out what you want to ask him to thank you guys for being on with us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting, because without you, there is no us. We do this for you, okay? If we ain't new to this, we true to this, okay? We've been doing this since we was yay high in the sandbox, okay? So we love that you guys are honoring yourself, valuing yourself, and loving yourself, because this is what we want to help you guys do, okay? We want to help you guys utilize all these tools to help love yourself. So thank you guys for continuing to rock out with us, for being online with us. We know it's late, which is why we save every live. And just an FYI, because I've been starting to go live during the day, Bestie inspired me, because every time I look, he going live. You know what? I'm slipping, I'm tripping, I'm falling, I can't get up. So I need to start going live more. So I have been conscientious about hitting that live button and going live, but I don't save my lives, guys. I don't save my readings in the morning time. I don't save them. I only save the cards and conversations. Okay, so just the FYI, because I had somebody ask me, would I be saving the live? And I wasn't able to answer the question before they logged off. So no, my lives during the morning time are not saved. But every Cards and Conversations live, you bet your ass we're gonna save. We are on episode, where are we at?
I think it's what, 61?
63.
63. Oh wow.
63 episodes. And happy Aries season to all my Aries. It's my brother's birthday. My baby brother's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Mitri. Happy Aries.
Happy birthday.
All my fiery Rams. Ew. Yes, it's Aries season. So that means I gotta whip up an Aries post on my page, even though the Pisces post was so dry. But I got maybe 5 likes on it. Like, where are my Pisces at? I thought I had a lot of Pisces followers. Like, where are my Pisces at? Where are my Tamar Braxton lovers? She's a Pisces.
Okay.
Rihanna, Cash Doll, Erykah Badu. Where are my Pisces lovers at? Like, come on. 63, yes.
Yes.
63 episodes, Ash. I can't believe it either, Chad. I can't believe it. 63. I'm so happy that you guys are rocking with us 63 episodes in.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful to just be able to share our gifts on a public platform, but to be able to do with people that we love and we cherish and we honor. So yes. So if no one has any questions, we will go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. And if you didn't get a chance to ask your question, you can always ask it at the very end of our episodes. Every Tuesday night, we give you guys a chance to ask any question. So ask something. Doesn't have to be personal. Why do you want me to ask something? Lord, I scared my cat. Why do you want me to ask something? Listen. I don't ask B. Look, B be getting questions out the wazoo from me, and he don't even be knowing it. But I be like slipping questions in during conversation, and he don't even be knowing it. So I think I am like asked.
She's also do it, boo.
Okay, let me see. Since Ashley is like pressing me, okay, let me see. What can I ask that's not too personal that I can get answered? Let me see. How am I doing on my healing journey? That's a question. Ooh, no pressure. Yeah, right, Kappa. All the pressure, okay? You gave me all the pressure. Now I'm a damn diamond. How am I doing on my healing journey? Woo! It's not been easy, child. Let me tell you. I wanted to throw in the towel several times, okay? Flag got what you wanted, Ash. You leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ash, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. We are due for something, a Friendsgiving, summer giving, something. It's giving. It's giving. I need to see you, okay? That's what it's giving. Thanks, girl. Yo, you are still saying that 20 years later, Ashley. And why is it still funny?
Okay. Oh.
No, that's me and Ashley's joke, okay? Only me and Ashley understand it. Thanks, girl.
Oh, okay.
Y'all busy, you all right? On a postcard. You got me shaking in my flip-flops. Hold up now.
Okay, because that one's fill up first. Oh, okay.
I am slipping.
Oh, okay. So, how are you doing on your healing journey? So, the first thing we have the Ace of Cups, which means that you are coming into the self-love, is what I'm hearing. It's like you're giving yourself your cup.
Okay.
And because there's a bear there, I hear like Mama Bear, and Mama Bear is very protective, right? Mama Bear is very protective when she goes out and do what she needs to do. She's doing it because she's like, hey, I need to do this for me and mine, right? And so that's the energy that first comes up. And then you do have so I wanted to see if okay, I'm seeing Aquarius, Libra, and definitely Libra, and Aquarius. So air energy, you have a lot of air around you during this time as well. Um, so you have lupus here, the Two of Swords, meaning there is something that is almost as if you're straddling the fence on something. But what is happening is that I'm hearing is like you're breaking. It's almost like you're breaking a habit, is what I'm hearing, because you also right after the Two of Swords comes the Ace of Swords, which means you're going to find victor in that decision. Whatever thought that eventually breaks off is going, the one that's left is going to be that victorious thought. It's going to be the one that you're like, okay, I see what's going on here. I have to look this up because it reminds me of the honor medal that you receive like when you're in the army. And I keep saying it's like a noble. What I'm getting is that it's a noble decision. Like when you decide to make it, it's like it's something noble, of nobility. And it's called Crucis, and it says it's like the crux, the Greek letter, the star of the constellation Crux. Crucis definition and meaning. It says faithful hold candles during a Via Crucis torchlight procession in Rome. But for the first time since becoming Pope, he did not miss the Via Crucis ceremony on the evening of Good Friday. So it's like that. It's something dealing with. Okay, that makes sense. It's like self-sacrifice. It's like you're going to see the victory in the self-sacrifice is what you're going to see, because you're going to, whatever the other thing is, you're going to feel like, but this is giving up something that I really, really want. But then it's like once you get rid of it, you're going to see the victory in that. Because the next thing that comes, again, another air, is the Queen of Swords. And, strategic thinking, like, how to, clarity is what I'm hearing. There is a guy here. So it's like clarity on like I said, it's Aquarius energy. and it's almost like she's looking at this water barrier. And she's like, now I now have clarity on it. She also has a pendulum in her hand. So I don't know if you have one, but if you do, I would suggest use it for whatever this thought is, because it will help you with your clarity. I'm getting dreams and visions as well. I'm trying to see what else is on this card, but it's definitely giving me that balanced thing, almost that Libra energy again, being balanced, but also that energy of, because you said you do have Aquarius in your chart, right? Or something. With what is it with you in Aquarius?
Aquarius moon.
Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. So there's something to that. Maybe even leaning into your moon sign a little more, just to kind of see what you how you weigh things out. The next card that comes is the Star card, but it's in reverse. Um, so it's like you have to get this clarity so you cannot miss out on your star. And maybe you think that this thing that you're letting go is the thing that was going to make you have your star moment. And Spirit is saying, no, that's not true. Your star moment is you being balanced, being this queen of air. Um, I said queen of air, queen of swords.
You did say Queen of Air.
Okay, maybe there's something to it.
Queen of
But
Air energy.
And then as far as the healing card that came out, because Spirit said pull a healing card, the card that fell face forward is the diamond card, and it says value your self worth. You are God's precious gem. You
Wow.
are God's precious gem. So value your self worth, and it's not to say that you don't value, but it's that energy of pay attention a little more to your self worth, because you are this powerful gem. You are this beautiful gem, and I'm hearing don't give of yourself so freely right now. That's what I'm hearing. Don't give of yourself so freely. So I mean, and that could be towards anything, right? It could be towards people, your job, the craft. Sometimes we have to take those breaks, because there were certain times when I would want to do the spiritual progress report on a Monday, and my body is like tired, and my body's and spirit's like, go to bed, go to sleep,
Yeah.
take care of you first. That
Yeah.
message can come tomorrow. It'll be the same message. And so I'll go to bed. Hmm.
I love that. And I got that download today. I was working, and my daughter Maya, she was like, "Take a break," and I'm like, "No, I gotta finish it." So I got that mess. I heard that message loud and clear. What you just saying, that I need to like understand the meaning of breaks. To break, to just
Hmm.
take a 5 minute coffee break, because it's important to do that just for your mental, to just break away. Because if not, then you'll just get swamped up into like zombie land, and you'll just be, working like a Hebrew slave. And before you know it, you just don't know what time it is. It's literally like the next day you ain't stopped at 8 or blinked or nothing. So I need to be mindful of breaks. So thank you.
You're
Wow,
welcome.
see, okay. I be seeing why these people be in the comments like, okay, with the emoji faces, with the emoji faces. You read me. Okay, you read me my rights. And I have to say, yes, you were accurate with everything. So kudos to you. And Ash, don't ever put me on the spot like that again, okay? Ever. Love you, girl.
I was about to say, mind you, this is the friend from 2018 that was just grabbing people fries and hats and stuff.
Okay. Don't think we forgot.
Don't think we
Don't think we
forgot.
forgot.
It comes up on my
Okay.
phone every so many times.
I'm so glad I did it. Listen, I'm so glad I did it. Why? Because I needed that. That was a spiritual meal for me. I needed that. So I'm glad I did it. Spirit works through all of us. You see how Spirit urged Ash to make me ask you to ask B? I wasn't going to do it. I was like, you know what? Next week we'll just, do we do. So thank you, Ash, for allowing Spirit to use you. I appreciate that. And thank you, V, for giving me the read that I didn't even know I needed. Okay, you heard me.
You're welcome.
So remember, guys, the cards don't lie. The cards, but they don't dictate your fate. They simply illuminate your choices. So to make sure you are choosing wisely, you're loving deeply, and you're staying aligned. Okay. And that concludes tonight's episode of Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussion, guys. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Don't be late. Cards and Conversations, 11/11. You know what it is. Peace.
Peace.
11/11.
And good night.